Beware the sunk cost fallacy. I recently heard an ignorant politician who, when responding to a question about climate change, said it is important not to throw out the baby with the bathwater, that we should continue to invest in coal because of the significant investment thus far and the society's dependency on the mineral. The ignorance I refer to does not relate to the politician's attitude towards climate change, though well it might, but rather to the assertion that we must not throw out the baby with the bathwater. This is an example of the sunk cost fallacy. The idea that the amount we've invested thus far in itself justifies further future investment. Here are some other examples of the sunk cost fallacy. A colleague of mine who resisted selling a $5,000 piece of redundant equipment worth much less than $5,000 on the basis that he paid $80,000 for it 5 years earlier. Or a share trader buying a stock for $1 per share a month after buying the same stock for $2 a share, purely on the basis that she wanted to average down. Or going on a holiday and being miserable in a dreadful hotel, but staying there anyway because you paid $500 for it. Or sitting through a movie you hate because you spent $20 on the ticket. In marketing, the sunk cost fallacy is both a potential problem and a potential opportunity. It is a potential problem when you are trying to encourage change. For example, if you are trying to get a consumer to trade in a vehicle they have lovingly restored, even though it's no longer fit for purpose. The sunk cost fallacy is an opportunity when you are trying to prevent change. For example, if you are trying to encourage the same customer to invest more in the restoration of the vehicle, even though it is no longer fit for purpose. Insights? Human beings are not rational, and purchase decisions are rarely made rationally. Secondly, the sunk cost fallacy is an important bias, and it can work for you or against you, depending upon your objectives. And thirdly, the sunk cost fallacy is just one of 25 cognitive biases that influence consumer behaviour. Recommendations: don't assume that customers make decisions based on evidence or even rationally. Secondly, in your business, avoid the sunk cost fallacy. Sell that junk you no longer need. Cut your losses and move on. And thirdly, with your customers, be aware of, and where possible leverage, the sunk cost fallacy. To find out more, visit www.djohncarlsonesq.com. That's www.djohncarlsonesq.com, or email me, johnc@djohncarlsonesq.com. It's johnc@djohncarlsonesq.com. I'm John Carlson. Thanks for listening.